So I've still got one of these. It's like a I can't remember if it's from the short circuit or from the Don't Flop event. Because I've for whatever reason for both of these events that happen this weekend, just drinking straight out of tins. Because I'm what us Scottish people would call council as fuck. So imagine if that fizzed in my face. Cheers the battle up. Let's talk about it.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning. It's meaning.
Yeah, yeah. Keep running. Yo. Look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rats and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads to Suzuki's. You backed out and amuse me. I'm good here from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors. Giant snakes and the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Heat raises the stakes and big meat is the fragrance I reign here. From a day you to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out. I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test. Do the chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound. From I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds to these
Yo,
hecklers.
shout out to everybody out
Embedded
there
into
who's
my
watching
flesh
this.
like a nice
Subscribe
cat.
to his
From
channel.
I'm
He's
in
doing
the
big
outback
things. My
with
man
the days
Cammy.
that kill winds
It's your
and
man
days
Caps,
that
aka Angry Fan Man. We up out of here, man.
What's good, Cammygbr, y'all? We are here. I hope you enjoyed the intro. That was pretty fire. That'll be the new intro for the next little while, but we're not talking about that. This is Don't Flop time. So, Don't Flop, Inxvitable. This had, to me, this is the first big Don't Flop event I'd been to. This had birthday weekend feel. It felt big. It felt that, okay, this is the event where we're at. This is where it matters for Don't Flop's journey. This is where we go from here. And I almost thought, oh god, we'll get a summer standard, a sunburn event, like something like that coming in the future. It felt like it was a part of Don't Flop's journey. Like, oh, what would happen next year? Oh wait, this is January. This really had that big event feel. That only Apex and Plug series get in the same boat. Let's talk about the venue. The venue stunning. The venue is stunning. So you walk in there, and it as pictures had shown before, it is literally a 3-tier hall, and it's clearly somewhere where like Panto and other things happen, and it's somewhere where maybe a comedy set. This is the business. This is the business. I had multiple people when I'm speaking to people in the venue and whatnot, whether it's battle rappers or fans or anything like that. I had multiple people tell me this is kind of like Summer Madness 2. And I couldn't tell them that they were wrong. Like in the he who shall not be named with Busta Rhymes on that little hangover with the URL logo, and the slap and the sign and stuff, like that. This venue had a similar structure, and of us looking down on the battles whenever people climbed up or being in the pit and whatnot, it felt big, and it added to the card itself, because this could have easily have been, Don't Flop could have easily went to Hootenannies. Hootenannies is an amazing venue for battle rap for sure, like, and it's almost catered to it to an extent. But this kind of had a, okay, battle rap is beating the halls. This is kind of like, okay, now we're going into older buildings that are made for other. It's just something so amazing about it. I cannot underestimate how great the venue was. Going in there, it's hidden as well. You would never know. Such a beautiful inside of a building is just around. You would never know. And the crowd very much appreciated like the grandiose of the event. I will go over a little bit more in the event just a little bit later on, because there's one or two things for me that I think Don't Flop can do to maybe make this even better. Just as an objective fan looking at it. With that being said, I guess it's probably time to talk about the battles. Yeah, let's get fired in. Lazy versus XQZ. This was a good battle, and I think there was some sort of conversation about what on the stage what it was going to look like, because, and I noticed the same thing happen in Plug 5, where the first battle has no one in the crowd, like no one. I seen the same thing happen at Plug 5. There's no one on stage. It's just a battle with the two. And I understand what, the priority is the battle rappers. We should be seeing them, no one else around. The view should just be on them, focus at all times. Totally get that. People attract energy. In battle rap, we need the energy. We need the transfer of like a comedy set almost, but a comedy set that requires more than just a laugh. Like the big reactions isn't just haha he said something funny. It's oh my god, there's more impact with the words than just saying things for a reaction. So, as I said, this had no one around. And as the battle happened, the battle went two ways, where you had Lazy's been doing really good in the last year and a half, 2 year. I think even ever since the random battle, there's just been, okay, Lazy's just been a great writer, pretty much undefeated run, right up into black tea essentially, but just had good battles back to back, right? And for this battle here, I think he was probably aware that XQZ is a very talented writer. Very talented, has all the capabilities of dissecting someone in a way that no one knows, no one's heard before, right? He could say the same thing, but use totally different words, and we think it's original. It's quite incredible what XQZ does, right? But with XQZ, he didn't play the game that Lazy tried to play. So Lazy, in the rap in the pockets, and the hopping, the ripping, the kicking, the lipping, the stipping, the ripping, and then we it's a little bit out of Maverick playbook to an extent, where we're reacting to the multis and how the impact of it, where the juxtaposition or the opposite is XQZ is hitting one-liners, and he's still doing the same thing, but it's totally one-liners. And it's clear and succinct. And
your rich parents watch your battles like, what's he doing in that urban slum? Your rich parents watch your battles like, what's he doing in that urban slum? And all that roadman slang. What TV show did he learn it from? They raised you better than this, Jack. You used to be their little perfect son. I mean, your dad lives in an ivory tower, and your mom gave birth to one.
Just XQZ got to the point a lot quicker than Lazy did. A lot quicker. Where Lazy, for a lot of it, just firing through, and there's even a point, and I think either Lazy's second or third, where it's not a choke or stumble by any means. It's literally Lazy's writing so complex, he's tongue twisted. He's like, and he goes, and then the crowd react because we know what he's trying to do. I think he slowed it down and did it again, and it seemed to work, or he just kind of went, right, that was the end of it, I'll just go. It was something like that. But then even at the end, Lazy had a really good go kind of scheme. That was kind of like the flow, the go, the ho. Whoa. But what was good about that is he slowed it down and gave breathing room. There's a debate for XQZ 3.0, however, you know, again, that the second half of Lazy's third is crazy. So it could be a 2-1. But it's not anything for Lazy to be like, oh damn, I think it's maybe more to go. Right. I can do other things and not do the thing that's got me all these wins. Crow versus RX Southside. Now this was supposed to be first. But you know, things happen. You know, this is a good battle. As I kind of thought, Crow was just going to be at RX the whole time. And apologies, I realize it's like Rix or something like that. I think RX has become so implanted in my mind that if I'm calling you RX, I'm not meaning to. It's just RX Southside smooth is for a Scottish accent. Rix Southside, RX Southside, way better. Sorry, back to this. So as this battle starts and whatnot, you know, it's I think RX goes first, and there's definitely an attempt for doing everything else in a battle that is kind of battle rap is so complex that it isn't just about the rapping. It isn't just about that. It's the other intangibles as well. Posture. And something as basic as posture can be such a big factor in a battle. How you step towards someone, how, you know, the reactions to punches, you know, in the end, these are like many movies that we watch, and whether it's live or on the camera afterwards on YouTube or whatever, you know, these battles come out away, you know. So you could see that as a debut for RX, that one of his objectives was to be like, this is my debut, but I'm the veteran, and I've learned more than you in battle rap as a new person than you have for being here for so long. Which I will say definitely worked in the second round. Now obviously RX is going off in different ways, you know, there's great punchlines in there and whatnot, there's some self-deprecating humor there, you know, and if you like a specific style, I do, you will think RX would have won. You will think that. But Crow just kind of cut through the nonsense. He cut through the nonsense of all the other stuff and was just attacking. You know, it was just straight up, I'm saying things to you. You are this. My problem is with you. This is why. Here's the punchline. Punchline, punchline. Attack you. Punchline, punchline. Which, you know, that went off on this crowd. You know, as I said before, a bit of a RX was definitely momentum shifting. You know, like RX is doing all these other things. I'm going to be self-deprecating. I'm going to talk into the verse. So he's literally telling us in the second, I'm not even going to start spitting him around yet. I'm actually just going to tell you that he does this and he does that and everything is a swerve. And then I pick up the shotgun and put him in the earth. Like, he will do that and then get into his round, which is very clever, and it's not often seen in UK battle rap. And actually, if ever, that kind of non-rhyming conversational rebuttal that then goes into the rhyming, it was very clever, but I don't think it was enough just to kind of cut through all the words that Crow was saying and all in the picture painted. Very direct from Crow, and I think I give him Crow first and third. Again, I've not seen back the battles or anything like that. It could look different on camera. There's a Don't Flop Patreon. Check it out. It'll be on there first probably before it comes out on YouTube. Make sure to check that out. And I'm going to be getting it so I can watch back and all that. But to me, how it felt, Crow just really going the distance, just kind of paint him in a bad picture. Not that he said anything that was so out of line, but it was just highlighting the things that Crow feels they need to tell the people. So I think first and third for Crow. Before we talk about the next battle, you know, as battle rap happened during conversation with people all the time, you know, you get to the point where, you know, you just see some people and you go, you know what, I'm gonna grab you and you, let's do a face off. Let's just do it. As we're talking and whatnot, and you know what, so this is a battle that I think should happen, and I'm almost surprised it hasn't. Whether it happens here or happens in iBattle or kind of that could be, I don't know, even KOTD Calgary or, you know what I mean, like that could be in one of those kind of Memorial Pat Stay cards in Dartmouth. You know, this would be one of those battles. You know, so before we go into the next battle, man, enjoy XQZ versus Frankie Fraser face-off.
You were just about to start rapping. That was crazy.
You know that black and purple still?
Come on. Right. Oh, well, I tell you what, we've just had XQZ finishing off his battle not long ago, and then we have a man who's known for his writing. Why have we not got this booked yet?
Hey, you know what? This ain't on us. This is on everyone else.
It's
guys like you trying to put it on me. Fucking you sell the fight, big man.
I'm trying to, but I think this is a real fight though.
I'm just waiting for a couple more words to be invented. We need like a little bit.
If you were to battle in the Welsh language with all the random letters involved.
Oh, likewise, man. Appreciate it.
You know what's crazy about his name?
Right.
His name gets multied so much.
Yeah.
It's so corny to say, but is that his name gets rhymed so much, I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking say something someone else has said and not even know that I've said what someone else has said.
I feel like that you'll find a different way to be XQZ, deputy, head through three. Like,
I definitely would, but at the same time, like, it's hassle.
Yeah.
Can I not? Can I just go off Steve? Single syllables out this.
I dare you.
So if, like I said, I think this is within the next year or so. I think this absolutely needs to be booked. Like, there's Ellipsis as well. It's been here before. We know what you do, Frankie. We've just seen what you do, XQZ. Like, if we were to say this battle happens, who wins? No, wait. You say come on there. Does that mean evident that you'll win?
I'll say something. Genuinely, we're very similar in the sense of we don't really lose.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
We might have a couple of losses.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
When do you remember us being like, alright, we got maybe one in the last year, he had a tournament, I had a tournament. Outside of that, when do you go, you lost clear?
Yeah, but
you have to put in the fact that we was in a tournament, so we're not even writing the way we would write.
Yeah, well,
you don't have that prepare time essentially, you know.
If I was battling you, I'd be writing like you're gonna appreciate what I'm saying more than anybody else. So it's kind of like I don't personally give a fuck who wins. We're just gonna bend the language to a different.
All I would add is the last couple of times, like homeschool, ellipsis, all that, him and lazy, fucking lazy homeschool, whatever you want to use. It's like we gotta come off the stage, and I'm not saying I love battling on stage. Genuinely, I fucking love it. It's great. I actually prefer it. People do this thing where they're like, they're not good stage battles. Yes, bro. I just think we need a pit one for the bars.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
In a minute since it was just you man do this. Let's just put it in a small room.
I was comfortable.
You know what? I'm gonna throw something out here. We have the on-site battles that with RX Southside. That is literally they had op out here. Wait, were you on that as well?
No,
he battled outside.
With Emerson Kennedy. Yeah, and Emerson Kennedy's my favourite, and I watch you beat him, and I'm upset about that. I keep seeing him lose. I hate it.
I battled Hulk outside too.
Yes. So I know, like, because this could go in any league. But I do think that on-site shit where it's like in a garage and a few people lights and the focus is on the bars.
I know this, again, it's going to sound a bit mad, but remember Ill Will Calico? It's like 30 man.
That's all it needs.
I'm not saying
all it
needs. Ill Will Calico, but like, that little
No, I think you guys would be crazy. I think we're about to pop in for the next battle, but so this is 2025, 2026. Salute.
We get to Marlo and Anderson Burrus. This battle is it was such a metacritic on battle rap itself, and not like battle rap as in the rapping and the syllables and the things like that but the production and the whole kind of the whole setup of battle rap. It's like we have these discussions and whatnot about what happens when you upload to YouTube, what happens when you do this, what happens when you do that, you know, and like monetization and how it all works. And this battle becomes such a meta critic of that. And so like Marlo's first round angle, like how I'm calling the battle to start off with before I discuss it. I think Marlo got the first and Anderson got the last two. But this isn't a battle for who wins and loses. This is a battle. This is going on Anderson Burrus' channel. This battle in particular, and you know, and Anderson's running the event, and Marlo's helping running the event. They both have like videography careers, or they have something like that, or Anderson just has a bunch of cameras, which low key a hustle. But so they have the battle and whatnot, and a lot of the angles are very similar to each other. It's like the racist angle, it's the white angle, it's you know it's very, very fun. It's a very fun battle.
White, you let the cops off with a warning. Black people lose melanin just being around you. I can't prove that scientifically, I just think that it sounds true. He'd give you all vitiligo if he stood in the crowd. 20 years ago, he gave Villain a hug, and I mean, look at him!
It's, you know, it was just a great battle, and but Anderson straight to it. There's no fat to Anderson in any of his rounds. It's just say the thing, boom, boom, boom. Very much what Crow was trying to do. Very much attack, 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 attack. Anderson can say the truth. Marlo can extend the truth, you know? And depending on how that works, it's depending on how the battle goes and how the crowd takes to it. There is a brief moment where Marlo has a little stumble and whatnot, but again, this isn't a battle for that. This is a battle, like there'll be so many clips. I will be not surprised if this battle gets 100k, 200k views. Sean Kray, the big dog versus Coffee Brown. Ooh. What do you think that this battle is going to be like? Like, if I say, okay, this battle's happening, what do you think's going to happen? Because whatever you're thinking, it did happen. You know, that the Sean Kray, debatably performance of the night. There's a good amount of people that have thrown that in the atmosphere for performance of the night, and I can't disagree at all. I can't disagree. Sean Kray really presenting himself as just at this point. Sean Kray is able to lean into the geezer angle a little more in different ways because he's earned that respect from the whole crowd. So, like, there's things that Sean Kray can say that only Sean Kray can seem to say and get away with it in comparison to other people, right? Let's break down this battle. So, Sean Kray is going in the first. Like, I'm behind Sean on this one. Guys, a brief intermission. Sean Kray was an extra member for the Guess What list we're in. That'll be up in the next few weeks. I just need to edit and shit. Back to this. So, I'm behind Sean and whatnot, me, Danny, Jack, and a few others, and Sean is just being the character. Sean is just being the man. So Sean Kray's going crazy. He's snapping, and the crowd's laughing. The crowd's eating it up. Some punches here and there. Coffee then goes, and I think Coffee. What's underrated from Coffee in this battle is her self-awareness. Completely her self-awareness. In this round, it's a little bit more of the standard Coffee, you know, and just go, ha, I bet you didn't think I didn't know that, ha ha. Like, and throwing the English references, but keeping it to what she knows, right? The second round, maybe this is a debate for Coffee. Like, yeah, I think maybe Coffee got the second round. Sean, again, not that it was much of a drop or anything like that, but it was pretty consistent in the same level for Sean, but didn't reach the peaks of his first. and Coffee able to say that Sean was an OnlyFans subscriber. Now, again, not putting that on another man's jacket. It's just funny to say, and the crowd ate that shit up. And, you know, similar to what Jazz did with the flirting and whatnot, crowd ate that shit up as well. It was very well done from Coffee. And going into the third, close enough. Like, the second and third is close enough, but I think Sean got the first and the third, and then because the second is really debatable, and I'm naturally going to lean towards Coffee in the second, but Sean Kray, debatable performance of the night, just especially that first round. First round might have been round of the event, maybe one or two others that might have taken that crown. Before we talk about the next one, whilst I was scouring the top end, right? Pause. Going over all this stuff of like, okay, this is the bunker, right? I then found a sweet lady that I had to get a little interview with. Now, did I get an interview with Arsonal? No. Did I do an interview with Bigg K? No. Well, you know what? Arsonal, I'll get to him. No, nothing wrong with Arsonal or anything like that, but I'll get to him. And Bigg K, you know, when I was going to, you know, he was a little busy, so didn't bother. I had to get an interview with Joy France. The matriarchy in battle rap and UK battle rap. So, for a little context, she was supposed to battle a returning Innuendo, and that fell flat. That didn't happen. She's got some plans. She's talking about wanting to do pen game. How do we do this? How do we get her on pen game? Please let me know. I'm gonna hit up people asking. You know, I want to see her do well in battle rap. And this lady is someone that when I've shown my family this, they've like, oh my god, she's crazy. Like they like her. So I felt like beyond anything else, when I seen her, my priority is to interview her. So enjoy 5 minutes or so, like less maybe, of a interview with Joy France. What a lady. What a lady.
What's good? We have Joy in the building. Just ended the event.
Just ended.
The event's just ended. How are you feeling?
I'm loving it. I'm knackered.
I can imagine.
It's been 2 days of intense things.
So you say 2 days?
Yeah.
Because there's an event yesterday. What?
The pre-party, the pre-event.
Right. And what happened there?
Event.
What happened there?
What didn't happen then was my opponent ducked, didn't turn up.
Again, you told me earlier, so I'm not going to fake like I didn't know it. But that's messed me up that Innuendo ducked you.
Yep.
Like, you know, and the concept was going on there, like the third round, grime round and whatnot, the on beat, like, and he ducked it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, Joe, you might be scaring these guys, man. You might be too much for them.
Yeah.
You might
maybe
be too.
It's just who knows, but yeah.
Is Innuendo someone that you'd want to rematch or like?
100% no.
No, so he's done.
Yeah.
He's out the way. Absolutely, kick him out the way.
He wants to rematch. But I've got no intention. He's still asking me, but I'm
if you're done, you know, your time is precious. So like.
So I now have to find an opponent if I want to rehash my material.
Yeah.
That's like him, and I want to do that. So
no, of course. It's done. You need a new person. Like I said, Quill's just said he'll do a one-rounder with you, like not too long ago. I think that'll be very interesting. I know he's made events. Quill's a man.
Has he been drinking or whatever?
No, he came in sober. He just battled Arsonal, but he wants to do a one-rounder with you.
I know, but but I have to take things like that with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. You say that. I think you're giving yourself less credit than you actually. You know, as a battle rapper in this culture, you're giving yourself less credit than you actually deserve.
I do know that I do want an opponent who does well. When I'm back at Pamphlet, he did every gross angle you could possibly imagine. So there's very little left. So if my next opponent just talks about my fanny, my pussy, my age,
right.
I'm not saying they can't.
Of course.
It's got to be different. It's got to be from.
Agreed.
Whoever's doing it's the chance to battle. There's no other chance to battle with somebody who's
So you're looking for a
And
writer.
I'm trying to do 70 new things before I'm 70, see. So I'm thinking, that's why I was going to do an on-beat round.
That's just so fire to me. Honestly, so I tell you what, Nux. I knew it was Nux. I was about to say hand for whatever reason. So I don't know why, because I knew it was Nux, all right? But pen game. 2025. We're doing it, and I just said it. She told me pen game to do. Like, I think you'll do amazing on pen game.
Everyone will be fucking with you.
Everyone would be.
Everyone will be.
It'd be crazy.
I mean, but the thing is, I don't want. Like when I was going to do that third round, I picked a grind beat.
Yeah, because she was doing an on. No, she was doing an on beat versus Innuendo, but Innuendo ducked it.
Really?
Yeah, that would have been.
This is Nux, by the way.
See you later. Yeah, see you later. See ya.
So you picked a grind beat.
I did. But then what I didn't do is like a copycat, a painted by numbers. Like I tried to put my own take on it.
Yeah.
Do it.
No,
it's what you're doing, innit? Everyone's gonna. Their whole internet's gonna.
Do you want the beginning?
I'm already fucking with you. I just
the
bet you the
beginning
lead.
of it on.
Well, okay. If you want to begin, let's finish this off real quick. So you're saying Innuendo is no longer a battle that you're having.
No.
You're looking for Pen Game 2025. She's on a Champion of the Year run this year coming.
Mad.
And Quill's going to do a one-rounder with her. I'm going to try and get Slimbuck organised. Sorry.
Somebody has given me some.
I am putting the battery on your back,
I know.
respectfully.
Let's keep my feet on the ground.
You know what? That's why we love you. That's why we love you.
Let me enjoy
Me
it.
too. I'm a fan now. I'm about to get your Instagram and all
Yeah.
of that.
Joy.
Joy France Words on Instagram.
There we go. That's
Let
it.
me add this again.
So-
Say that again.
Joy France Words on Instagram. I'm going to start posting shit up there.
As you should. So, Joy, I just want to say there to finish this off, thank you so much for taking the interview and whatnot. Again, a shame Innuendo didn't come through. I'm glad to see you today.
It's been a great weekend. It's been a great event.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
It's been packed.
It has been.
And it's been really nice as well. I've met people who I know. And
Yeah.
lots of friends and things. But then loads of people come up and say, hi Joy, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, I don't recognize. No, you've never met me.
Yeah.
I've been watching you, I've seen the documentary or whatever, and it's like,
It's the popularity that come with it, and you know, I know this. I spin a camera right now. It's a young, respectfully, it's a young man's game, and for yourself to be part of it is so amazing, and I appreciate you for everything you do in the culture. Exactly.
I'm doing it. The minute I don't enjoy it, I'm gonna fuck off.
Exactly. On that note, Joy France, thank you so much for taking this little interview. I appreciate you. One thing, before I go talk about the main events, two things I also want to talk about. This event did miss the title match. It's unfortunate that it didn't happen. You know, it was good to see. Gem and I came to the building. I tried to reel something out of him, but as a consummate professional, he was saying he was at work. Then he came over afterwards. I tried to get something. No, total professional. The only thing he thought, he's seen the last few battles that he could and thought he would have blew up the building. And he would have, I agree. This venue was perfect for a title match. It's just a shame it didn't happen. It is a shame, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's not for me to delve into. As a fan, it's a shame, but whatever the reason is, I'm sure it's understandable from all factors included. But Gem did come to the event to at least see what was going on, and Yunan's already said he would want to do the battle still and all that, and it's gutted that it didn't happen. And I know no one seems to be culpable, but it's a shame that it didn't happen. At least as a fan coming into it, going, oh man, they would have blew this building up. The other thing, so as I'm mentioning it here because as I'm watching the battles and whatnot are happening, there is something that I'm noticing. Now I clocked onto this very quickly that it wasn't when you go in Hoxton Hall, it's not that you instantly just get to go upstairs. You have to ask for a different wristband. And I totally get that, and that makes sense to ask for a different wristband to go to a different area because you know cameras and whatnot are there. But I had the thought of, well, I'm going to be doing a recap. I'm going to be doing this, going to be doing that. I probably would quite like access to that just so I can get some good angles and whatnot for what I call it B-roll, but I don't know, you know what I mean? Like the background stuff for when I'm talking, even probably in the middle of this now. So I was going to ask her, but then everyone was busy, so I was like, nah, just I'll see what I'm saying, ask Marlo and whatnot, ask her.
Then I noticed that everyone was just going upstairs. There was a lot of people upstairs. And so I got the little wristband, I went up there, and I was actually quite amazed by how many people went upstairs. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right in this, but everyone upstairs and everyone went for a seat to watch the battles. And there's something about the energy of people sat, and it doesn't give off the same energy as everyone that's standing. For example, I went to the next day event, and I'll take a minute to talk about that too. I went to the short circuit for the London tryouts because I just made a point in doing an extra day. I've never been to a short circuit either, and it's a very small venue. It's, you know, it's almost like a tunnel, and there's, you know, bands playing in other areas and whatnot, pretty much soundproof, and it is just, you know, it's the energy is enclosed because the roof is low, everyone is around, and it bounces off each other. So even tryouts are getting loud reactions. You know, everyone's bouncing off each other. But if everyone sat down, it's nullified. So like Don't Flop went on the effort to put the people on the stage, you know, to have, you know, to bounce off the energy from crowd to stage. But now, there's all this energy is seeping up to the roof, and we're not getting the same reactions all the time. You know, you don't shout and react as much for a bar when you're sat down versus where you're stood up. Right, let's talk about the main event battles.
Yo, editor me again, as I always do. I want to always add an extra thing or two here. I was saying with the seating, if I was Don't Flop, I would probably make that. I'd probably extend the VIP out for being up top, or maybe I would think about you know, higher ticket prices for something like that, or make that maybe a disability spot possibly. I know it's like getting upstairs, but that's seat preservation. That's somewhere to sit instead of like falling over in the front of the stage or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad idea, especially in that hall. But you know, it was a very good spot. Like, it is a spot that a lot of people would want to be on more often because the view is amazing. So that's not to discredit Don't Flop or discredit Hoxton Hall. It's just how energy works, especially in battle rap events and in other places. You know, people want to get the seat, they want to look down, but for us, for being as all in one as battle rap is, we are as much accountable for a classic battle as the battle rappers are to react to it, and we don't get that same pop when everyone sat down. Yeah, a third thing that I do want to throw out there is entrance music. I didn't seem to notice it. Maybe it was just me. I like the idea of people picking their own music to walk out to. It kind of shows a bit of their personality. I think, in particular, CJA walking out to the Daniel Bedingfield. Natasha Bedingfield. It just gives a bit of personality, and anyone that has never seen these guys battle before, maybe they'll like their song. I don't know. There's just something else I would add to it as well, but I don't know. It's Don't Flop's big event, and this is the first time I've been to a Don't Flop event that was this big, so it's always just throwing my 2 cents in there.
So, Bigg K and Scoop, man. Bigg K and Scoop. It's another battle which was pretty much everything it needed to be. This sounds bad. Not that I didn't have faith in Bigg K, because I tend to. Like, we deserve to give him faith. I know he had the twerk performance that wasn't great, but in my mind, I really thought that Bigg K was going to go ahead and take the grime angle, and I was going to be really worried for him in that moment, because I knew in my mind that Scoop is going to go for the UK-US comparison, which naturally as someone like Scoop will be able to utilize an angle like that. You know, he represents the UK in a way that the UK understands and not the world understands. You know, he is the modern Scoop is the modern geezer. Sean Kray is the pub man, Cockney lad. This is the modern British geezer. So when he didn't do that angle, I was actually very impressed, and you know, went for the fat angles and whatnot, and made it fun, But it was, I don't know, Bigg K. He went on the poetry angle. That was nuts.
Fun tonight. I cut the price for a month of sites like pumpkin spice. They told me Scoop is the one. I said that's something slight. And you haven't had one scoop or nothing in your fucking life. Up the pipe, your dude land in Sudan, or it's just a fight. Scoop slam with a scoop slam. Rock his boots. Be clean when they drop the news. A dead body on the scene. We just got the scoop. You not the truth. Why they told me you was chosen? Foes they keep opposing. Bones being broken. This nerd do spoken word. From the soul we see devotion. A gun will make you run. I put poetry in motion.
You know, Bigg K just had a lot of good stuff, but Scoop has this energy about him that Scoop will get reactions even when no one's reacting. You know, like Scoop. That almost sounds like an oxymoron, but Scoop will literally say the things and we'll go, and we don't even say anything because it's fire and we don't need to. The perfect person in this battle is Danny Jack, because Danny Jack is reacting. He's reacting for us. Bless that man. He's reacting for us because we know it's fire, and we don't have we don't have to give the reaction. And that's not a slight on Danny at all. Not a slight. What a guy. But it's good to have someone represent us in our reactions on that moment.
Ain't gonna take me long. You try to run to the whip? Cool. I'll put a shot in the glass like a Jaeger bomb. But to tell you the truth, that's fine with me, because I'll literally aim at your boat. I'm talking stealing this boat like piracy. So, whoever told you to take this battle should have told you to be extra vigilant. Because everyone that saw me as a test literally passed. I went home with a death certificate.
But then, you know, the natural comparison worked in the third round, and it just, a lot of good things were said, a lot of punchlines, all this, everything that you want from a battle like this, it's absolutely there. And for me, judging that battle, yeah, I think, as thought, Scoop was going to win. Third, a lot of this was third and first. A lot of it came down to the third. Like, it's the third and first. You know what? Scoop definitely won the third, and Scoop won one of the other rounds. I believe the first to me, but you know that it seemed close enough from both, and I think Bigg K might have had round of the night between him and Sean Kray on the second. Yeah, basically had this. He was bombing on him. He was bombing on him on one of the rounds, and everything was just landing. Just went nuts. It went nuts in the venue. So there was one round for sure that Bigg K was like, yeah, this is dangerous. This is what Scoop, and this is what Scoop wanted. He wanted the fight, and he got the fight. He really got this fight. No, brilliant battle, and this I think people are calling the battle of the night. So, like, in the venue, it felt like that. Marlo and Anderson may cater to a particular audience. As people walking away from the venue, that was battle of the night. Arsonal versus Quill. Now, let's give it up for Arsonal, man. Arsonal, before coming over to this event, is detained in Orlando, like, and misses his flight, and he still makes it, and he gets here at 6 o'clock in the morning in the UK time, and still does the battle. What a guy. Like, I'm not going to pursue an interview with him for that. He was clear, like, in his mind, he's just like, I just need to get this battle done, do what I need to do, go for whatever. It's just the vibe I got, and I'm, salute to Arsonal, man, fucking legend goat. Even just to say what's up is always a pleasure. Quill, man. Quill. You know, Quill. I'm not gonna say all of it, but Quill's probably on a Battle of the Year run already.
One thing that is inevitable is he's gonna spit some idol trash. This could have been Tony, a UK idol battle, we could have had an idol clash, but we accommodated. Paid for his accommodation, flights and cash. Well, we could have just paid Gem and you now what they deserved and got ourselves a UK
He's probably on a Battle of the Year run. Quill did very well in this battle. You know, he done very, very well. He had a weird Squid Games thing. He had a Squid Games scheme that I caught. I think I caught half of it. Only the next day when Quill was explaining it to me, because it looked like he just went out, had a Squid Game scheme, and then they buggered off. Like, they had 2 people came out in the costumes, and then after the scheme was done, they were gone. Like, right, okay. But there was definitely pockets in there for Quill that he was going off, some mid-round rebuttals in the second round, and yeah, like Quill really loves battle rap. Like, let's not get this twisted. Quill really loves battle rap. As a battle rap fan, like, he loves this shit so much, and then he falls out of it. Then loves it, falls out of it. But today he was absolutely on form. You know, 3 good rounds for Arsonal. A debatable 30. Arsonal did unfortunately had a stumble or 2. But you know what? Arsonal went through what the fuck he went through and came here anyway. I don't give a fuck. I got my money's worth from Arsonal. There was a Remy Ma easy bar that was crazy for me. You'll see me react to that whenever the footage comes out. Like, Arsonal was definitely doing his thing, and but just a few stumbles here and there, and Quill was just able to capitalize on that and just take over the energy. It became Quill's battle very quickly, and that's hard to do with a character like Arsonal. So for me, my belief is probably a 30. There's maybe a round in there, maybe the second to debate, but God, every battle seems to be second debatable. That's just how it feels. It comes across when we walked away from the venue. But yeah, it seemed to be a 30 ball for Quill. You know, I'll say this there at least. I don't think it'll be the last that we see Arsonal. I just know the conversations were had. Maybe something happening in 2025, 2026. I don't know. I think we'll get a chance to see Arsonal again real soon. You know, big jersey. And he's going to want to come back because he's going to want a better performance. But I'll not say where, I'll not say who, just, you know, I'll let you fill the blanks and see how you feel about that. That's at least the event recap done. And it was a good event all through and through. As I said, it was a very good event, very big event feel. You know, this was the real birthday. I get the birthday was what happened, and, you know, T-top nails and then everything else afterwards. This was the birthday event. And yeah, they definitely. I very much look forward to see what happens in the next year. I look forward to coming back to another big event at Don't Flop. You know, it's one of the bucket list things for me to do as a battle rap fan, and I'm glad to be able to do it. And I appreciate having like Urs set this all up, and, you know, and even for someone like myself being on stage and all that. Like, I very much appreciate it. Just a really good vibes, really good time. You know. You know what can be said, but if you haven't been to a Don't Flop event, you need to go. If you haven't been to a battle rap event, go. Whether it's this Premier Battles or anything like that, go. Because when you're there, then it's like a drug. You'll want to come back. In this event, there was definitely a few new fans that are coming back afterwards. Like, I've been lucky enough to then speak to them to be, this is my first event. That's a great first event, you know. But no, let's take a minute now. We'll talk about the next day. So, Short Circuit 9 happens. You might have seen already, I did a face-off for DoeJoe and Black T for the main event of the night, which went very well. It was on X and all that. It's there. If you want to see it, it's like a thread. I even got like X Premium for it, or Twitter Premium, and it's just so I can upload longer clips. And it was, you know what, it was very interesting, the face-off. You know, and DoeJoe was able to fight back a lot more. It was there were more peers in this conversation where it kind of seemed on a previous face-off with Trubs and whatnot that it kind of seemed one was taking over. So come through to the event, short circuit, as I said, the engine rooms, the energy is very enclosed. The energy is very enclosed, so it's the energy's tight. You know, you walk in there and you feel the energy. You feel the heat too, but you walk in there and you feel the energy in the room. So when these tryouts are happening, you know, it's fun to hear, fun to listen to, and whatnot. And you know, as soon as you get a couple of people react, and a couple more people react, and then we all kind of, you know, the energy is buzzing there. So I'm not going to say too much on the tryouts, but just to mention a few highlights that I thought. The Hood's Finest, definitely a battle rap fan. Definitely someone who's been around the culture. Definitely someone who's been writing for a long time. You know, I liked his energy. It's definitely one of the ones I walked away with going, you will be a problem. Whether it's in this tournament or whether it's just moving forward, you will be a problem. And there's a specific pool for Trubs to look at. I can put you against this, and this after the tournament. Whether he makes it or not, there's definitely an opportunity there. So Shawnee B did very well as well, as expected. Shawnee B would do well in this battle rap shit. Ominous, I thought he might have just been a New Day tryout, but he's done a few battles before, and you can tell from his projection. I think Ominous would do really well in the North, like for his style. Like I think he would have done really well in the North, and maybe when they do this North versus South conversation, I think Ominous might take a win or two without people really realizing it. But he was, you know, my own criticisms that I'll keep between me and him. But he was very accepting of that. Shout out Ominous, what a guy. Quill ended up joining in, and I can't remember the name of his opponent, but his opponent that faced Quill was also very good. Basically people were dropping out on each other, and so as the people were dropping out, you know, they put fill-ins and whatnot here and there. And Quill ended up being a fill-in, and then Quill ended up rapping, and then it just showed a level. But this opponent, I'm annoyed I'm forgetting his name, and I'll probably put the name in the comments somewhere, that he also did very well. From Manchester, seemed to know Black Tea, and, you know, I think as soon as that interaction happened, it was like, okay, now this is someone that's someone of the culture knows, we can kind of ride behind them more.
Tell you what, while I'm editing this, just throwing this at the very end there, because I would have felt bad otherwise. Shout out Bentner, man. Look at this guy. This guy's crazy. Bentner also had a really good performance there too. Yeah, honestly, one of the better ones, and I'm glad. I feel like Bentner does better with the pressure of a competition. So shout out Lord Bentner, man, and shout out to Boba Fett. Back to it.
But let's talk about, before we finish this blog off and whatnot, let's talk about the main three battles. Gorilla Monsoon, man, caught me by surprise. He did. Him and Dazzy Talks is a very good battle. I think Dazzy's doing a lot of battles right now, and it may be putting a lot of pressure on himself, maybe unnecessarily. Maybe he needs to try and maybe write. You know, you don't want right for one, then the other. Maybe it's worth just trying to figure out how you put your stuff across. You know, like how to write for two people at the same time. That's difficult. And I don't expect anyone to be able to do that, but putting yourself in that position, maybe it's something to think about, because the difference between Gorilla Monsoon and Dazzy Talks was quite apparent. Not to say that Dazzy wasn't great, and Dazzy had some great lines in there, but just in comparison to everyone else, like in comparison to Gorilla Monsoon.
Straight. If the genie's on the way, they'll be beating up your face. You get rushed out the door like you woke up and knew that you were late.
You just felt so comfortable in that building. Yeah, Gorilla is going to be a problem. Red Wolf versus Tongue Twister, you know, in a way they have very similar styles of the rapping, but what Tongue Twister was doing was just cutting it off and finishing off with, you're a cunt, and you're this, and you're that, and you know, Tongue Twister is a veteran, he's going to pull veteran moves, and he's self-aware enough and aware of his surrounding that he's going to poke at Red Wolf for different things, and exactly what happened. But Red Wolf walking away there, I don't think it's a bad loss for Red Wolf by any means. I do think Tongue Twister won. Red Wolf's going to come out really good after this. Good performance from Red Wolf, and there is definitely bars in there that were really interactive and whatnot, and really fire, but just Tongue Twister might have had his number on the day, and that happens to anyone. DoeJoe, Black T, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Like this battle a lot. I like this battle a lot, and I'm invested in it because I had the face-off the days before. This battle was everything it needed to be. I think the clearest round is DoeJoe in the second. I think Black T kind of went for the humor approach when DoeJoe went for the bar for bar and the more performance aspect.
It's dark and hell is haunting, so come take this L, Demogorgon. You're wishing you were in a better spot, because it's dark and hell is hot, and that's why I'm burning through this performance tonight. I'll put you on the bench, then have that bench memorialized. I don't care if ABK all want to ride, they can catch the force of a right. I've been killing your whole team, now they can watch their little bro bleed. This orphan will cry, fuck you, your family and your peers. Scoop can get scooped up like whey protein. And where's Rivers? I want to speak to the manager here. I will get Uncle murdered just to wrap up my year. This is...
You know, really in Black T's face, you know, this, I like this, whatever this pose is, I like this pose, the snap neck. I like that from DoeJoe. It definitely added to what he was trying to do. DoeJoe had a message in the third. Black T's third was nuts. It's all in the first round. It's all in the first round.
Riot, but they're liars. Cause beating me is a fantasy, bitch. You might have to read piss. So I promise, before this round finishes, I'ma lose it. It's a Vaseline tin. What are the classics? Come on, man. Let's go. You might have to read piss. So I promise, before this round finishes, I'ma lose it. It's a Vaseline tin. What other classic black references do you have to cheat with? Another posh boy using urban bars, because you know the man them love to gas that weak shit. Want to be invited to the cookout so bad! So bad! Alright, cool. Roll through. The fam will be glad to meet him. I'll bring you a plate with Scotch bonnet seeds all over the chicken wings and tell you it's my grandma's cooking. So you have to eat it.
And I actually have to watch that back. I can't call that because it was close. The first was very close. It's a stock riser for DoeJoe. You know what I managed to do? So Black T has his battle versus Koji. This battle doesn't affect it by any means. It's not a bad performance for Black T or anything like that. It's a very good performance from Black T. But it's also a very good performance from DoeJoe. So it does... The worry was either DoeJoe goes up, Black T goes down, or Black T stays where he is and DoeJoe go down. Somehow, Black T's where he is, DoeJoe go up, and they both... You know what I mean? They've elevated each other in a battle, rather than just, you know, someone wins, someone falls. So it's all in the first round. Very good battle. And I say Short Circuit was really good. Really good time there. I've got a feeling the brew is from the Short Circuit, because everyone was so friendly. Thank you for everyone in the whole weekend. All friendly people. People are buying me too many drinks. If they want me to fuck up an event, keep going. I'm joking, just buy me more. You know, it's expensive to go to London. But no, that's the battle rap weekend, man. Thank you so much for watching and taking this recap in. Very much appreciate you, especially because it's quite long. What's it, about 55 to an hour, possibly. Hopefully I'll cut that. But thank you for watching. Things coming in the future. Cammygbr. So
Anytime you need me, girl, you know I'm by your side. And I know that you know that I can make it right. I feel just how you feel tonight. Let me do what I can do to make her feel it right. Keep it